You shut it. Next live show that you do on your channel, you be on time. Marv's here. Oh, it's all been worth it. He was right. He was number one. Oh, Steve's here. Doing the orange creamsicle Coke. It's better than it should be. It's like shockingly good, the orange creamsicle Coke. Oh, let's move it to top. You're from live chat, top chat to live chat. Fenrir is back. Fenrir Bjornsson. He's got the coolest name so far. Oh, how's everybody doing? A little warm here. Not stupid hot, but I don't do hot very well. So even kind of warm, like even pretty warm, for me is too hot. Oh. Oh, can't wait till fall. I love fall. My favorite time of year is the spring after the rains stop, but before it gets hot, and the fall before the rain starts after it is hot. Those are my two sections. Like May and September. Yeah, those are the the 2 months of the year that are best, May and September. Sometimes June and sometimes October. The problem is here, once it gets into October, you can't like plan things really for outside because it may piss rain on you like pretty hard, which is fine if you're just like bumming around, living your life. I don't mind rain at all. But if you like, you can't plan like outdoor events. You can't bank on it being good golfing weather. Best for what? Best for living, my friend. The best months for living are May and September. Because it's warm but not hot, and it's probably not raining on you. That's just science. Those are scientifically the best months. Whoa, what's going on with you guys this week? Anything cool? We need some people to talk some stuff because I don't really, you know that you got to design this show, right? Like same old, same old. Well, that's boring. I watched the Happy Gilmore. I watched the new Happy Gilmore. It was exactly fine. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I laughed a few times, and it wasn't garbage. It was nostalgic and full of fun cameos, and it was just fine. 7.2. Eating anything tonight? I'm not. I even bought food to make for dinner. I got a nice big fat steak that I was going to cook tonight. I got a bag of mini potatoes. I was planning on making steak dinner, but then at work this afternoon, I brought my leftover butter chicken, and there was a lot of it. And it was about 2:30 or so when I got to eat, and I ate all of it. And Nadia brought us cheesecake. And so after my butter chicken, I ate a cheesecake. And yes, I'm phrasing it that way because I ate a cheesecake after I ate too much butter chicken. So I did no steak dinner for me tonight. Tim went on vacation camping last week. Hey! This past week was a blur at work playing catch up. Yeah, that's the worst part about vacations, isn't it? Like, you go on vacation and you're like, yay, this is awesome. But then it sucks after vacation because nobody did your fucking job for you while you were gone. You have a Cheesecake Factory. No, we don't have a Cheesecake Factory here. But it wasn't garbage Walmart cheesecake either. We have a place called Cheesecake 101. And it was Cheesecake 101. And she got, they weren't enormous cheesecakes. Like I didn't eat like a whole like family size cheesecake, but they're decent sized little cheesecakes. And she got us a triple chocolate and a lemon raspberry to go sharesies on. And so I ate about a third of the lemon raspberry and about 2/3 of the triple chocolate. The worst part is my team leader was actually supposed to do my job last week, but he got sidetracked elsewhere, so nobody did my job. Yeah. Yeah. Because you'll do it when you get back. Gonna make some cheese slices this week. Good gifts for the holidays. You're giving people cheese slices? They're not gonna stick around. They're not gonna still be good. What kind of cheese? Slicers. Okay. They'll still be okay come holidays then. You better freeze those cheese slices. Yeah, but you get the hardware with the wire. And it's basically just like a little mini charcuterie board with a little groove cut in it for the little wire cutter deal. Those kind. Where do you get that hardware? Because the only place I've ever seen that hardware, I think, is Rockler. And we don't have Rockler. And I don't really want to purchase from Rockler. Really? Right now? Anyway. Maybe, I don't know if Lee Valley carries a line of cheese slicer hardware. Rockler, yeah. I I thought you were making food. Forget. Sometimes we do talk about making things out of wood on this show, Marv. Not always. And probably not for all night. When we do talk about it, it probably will just be for a little bit. I am probably due for another batch of charcuterie boards. I haven't made a batch of charcuterie boards for a while. I purchased cheaper kits on Amazon but didn't last. Yeah, I'm staying clear of Amazon these days too. We canceled our Amazon Prime and I haven't ordered anything off of Amazon for quite some time. Because fuck that guy and his dick rockets. FTG! Exclamation point. Fuck the Google. No. Maybe I'll get it. I'm guessing it starts with fuck. The. I hate Amazon, but it's so damn convenient. Yeah, that's how they get you. They lull us into a sense of convenience. I was thinking about it. Not that. Oh, I'm gonna start. Here he goes. I was doing some thinking again, as I do sometimes. And I think one of the reasons that everything has the inflation. It sounds counterintuitive, but I think one of the reasons that inflation has gotten out of control in terms of like retail products is because of Amazon changing our expectations so significantly in terms of return policies. We've made it the expectation that people can just buy shit that they maybe want and then just give and then return it if it turns out they changed their mind or whatever, for no hassle return policies, and that adds to the cost of things, especially when you're talking about shippings and whatever. And so when you've built in this new system of like everything's returnable, and so the cost of shipping 2 directions is now built into the cost of everything. It's increasing the price of stuff. We've made things, people are just buy things that they maybe want because it's just easy enough to return it. And then it gets returned and then it's just thrown in a landfill because most of the time they're not reselling it anyway. It's just thrown in a dumpster. And it and I think that contributes to why things are getting more expensive. Like, you can buy cheaper shit, but the cheap shit is more expensive than it should be because of all of the shipping, and it's coming from, and they're paying some Asian kid pennies to make it, and then the Bezos is buying another fucking yacht. Like, it's just. Corporate greed and 1,000% increases in CEO pay. Yeah. Yeah. We're fighting. We're picking the wrong fights, my friends. We're picking the wrong fights. They're keeping our focus on the wrong things instead of where it should be. We should be getting angry at the things that matter and not at the things that don't. And they're putting a lot of their effort into making sure that we stay angry and scared at and of each other instead of directing our anger at where it's supposed to be. You can buy pallets of Amazon returns cheap. I have a buddy who makes Oh, good reselling that stuff. Sure, but it's just contributing to the shit. Just feeding into the machine. That's garbage. It's garbage. I'm in a manic phase. I shouldn't even be here tonight. It's dangerous. Well, yeah. I keep seeing videos with apostrophe saying Alberta and Saskatchewan probably are planning to leave. Okay. I've never searched for anything relating to that. Well, I don't know what to tell you. There are some loud, angry people over there, but there's loud, angry people all over the place. Don't know why that would pop up in my feed. Because that's the type of messaging that's they want us angry at each other, my friends. They want us to be angry at each other so that we can't direct our anger where it should be. Don't let them. Don't let them make us angry at each other and fearful of each other. The Postal Service. Yep, we're supposed to be angry at the Postal Service. Tim's got a point. You guys are getting. I thought we were getting shafted on our Postal Service. Damn. You guys in the States there, you got some problems. the $40 box, $40 Canadian box with a hand plane and a egg beater drill that I sent to Tim for 40 Canadian dollars is coming back to me from Tim for 87 American dollars. Excuse me? I'm angry at a 5/16 drill bit. I needed a 1/4-inch hole, but forgot. Okay, so are we directing our anger where it should be? It's not the drill bit's fault that it didn't drill a 1/4-inch hole. Like when I accidentally drilled my dog holes at what, 7/8? I accidentally drilled my dog holes at 7/8 because I got drunk and decided it was time to put the dog holes in. And I grabbed the 7/8 instead of the 3/4 and started plowing dog holes in my bench. Wasn't the drill bit's fault that it didn't drill a 3/4-inch hole. Had a 1138 car bill, $1,000 car repair bill. Managed it well enough that I was never angry about it. Well, if you know that it all new brakes. I gotta do the brakes on my truck one of these days too. And I got a quote when I went in and I got a flat fixed for free because I bought my tires there, and they do lifetime patches. So I went and got a patch on my tire, and while they were doing it, they checked my brakes, and they were like, "You're just about due for at least rear brakes," because that's what we checked, because it was the rear tire. And the rear brakes on my truck are like $800 and some odd dollars. I got the quote, and I was like, okay, well, let's wait until the money ferry shows up. Hopefully the money ferry shows up before they get worn all the way down. What types of charcuterie boards do I usually make? Whatever scrap pieces of wood I have laying around, glued together into the widths that I want. And then I think I have a relatively unique and interesting sort of handle design. I don't know if my template is around someplace or if it's still at my parents' house. I have a video. If I had a moderator that was good at their job, there is a video on my channel, one of my most popular videos. If you just ranked everything by number of views, it would be, I don't remember what it's called, DIY fancy pants charcuterie boards or something like that. Do your own brakes. You're plenty capable. But see, that's the thing. Capable and like I don't like, that's not the kind of thing I enjoy doing. I'm depending on the difference in the price between doing it myself and paying somebody to do it. Like, I love that the world has accountants and mechanics and just stuff that I could do but don't want to. It's a, yeah, you know. There it is. Hey, Tim's put a link. Look at that. Pinnell, take notes. Mikey B in the house. Look at that. What's up, my friend? I realized after the video that went up today, after it was live and I watched it again, I said the words Mikey B. I said Mikey B like a lot. Maybe like 5 or 6 times in that video, I said Mikey B. I'm with you, but I love saving money. I like saving money too, but my time and my enjoyment of my life is also it also has value. So it has to be that right balance, you know, like if it's going to cost me $870 or something to get my rear brakes done by somebody, or I can do it myself for like 500, probably going to pay somebody. Charcuterie boards from a twisted maple slab. That's a different one. There's a couple of charcuterie board videos. There's charcuterie boards from a twisted maple slab, and there's like DIY fancy pants charcuterie boards. He said Mikey B a lot and used 1 whole second of the footage I shot. Well, I couldn't use much of the footage you shot because you shot it all goddamn vertically. So all of that was just but yeah, and The edit of that video is not how I envisioned it going. That's for sure. When I was editing things together, I did expect to use more of the footage of the actual use of the chainsaw. But honestly, there wasn't. What surprised me was when I was going through all of the footage of us using the chainsaw. When we were doing the slabs beside the maple slabs beside the house, there was not a single shot in all of that of finishing a cut of the maple slabs. Like actually finishing a cut and having the maple slab like when I was cutting my like the first one, my first ever chainsaw cut, you stopped recording like right before the maple slab was gonna go down after I had finished my cut. And then there was no footage of the actual end of a cut. It was so weird. You still could have used it. No, I'd punch you. DIY fancy charcuterie boards. There's the link there. Need to take all of my footage and make a completely separate video to go along with yours. It won't matter that it's all. You know what I'll do? I'll make a shorts. No, I won't. Sure, I'm like, if we want to make vertical videos, we'll make shorts, and we'll feed into the garbage machine. We'll just let's feed the garbage machine. When I've done my brakes, I end up taking everything off to clean off the rust with a wire wheel. Spend more time doing that. Just the brakes, total waste because it just gets rusty again. See? Just arrived, but I adore seeing the Hylian shield on display over your shoulder. Yeah, it's like it used to be mints. It's like a little mint tin. I have a plan over on the whiteboard of like upcoming future things. One of the things on the list that I'm not ready to discuss yet says Hieran Cabinet. It's down the list a little ways, but I have the same mints tin. Yeah, it's good. Unfortunately, the mints were okay, but unfortunately, the when it still was like I only had like 5 mints out of it, and then I knocked it off the bench, and it went all over the floor, and all the mints went all over, like into the sawdust that was all over the place. So I threw out most of the mints that were in it. Hieran Cabinet. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's a concept still. It doesn't, and I'm still working through in my head some of the things, but is there a link? No, it doesn't exist yet. It's marker on a whiteboard still. I got my saw upright. Instructions say 4 people. Do eat family-sized portions. There we go. Yeah, who needs help? That cabinet will make you a legend. Oh, I see. I got it. That was okay. 4 Eyes Furniture Stop video is still the Nintendo Switch wall cabinet. That doesn't surprise me. Is there a link? Oh, I missed that one. That one I missed. That one went right over here. Marv, can you AI what that is, please? Marv is not going to AI anything. I tell you this much right now. I'm out of orange creamsicle Coke. I'm going to go get another one. Oh, charging is paused because your phone is too hot. Awesome. At least I'm relatively high percentage. Orange what? Orange creamsicle Coke. Were you not here the night that it was one of my Mike's never had this food before? I tried the orange creamsicle Coke, and now I'm buying them by the case. The Coke Zero is still, I'm still trying to not sugar as often as I can. But once in a while, orange creamsicle Coke gets the... I bought a case the other day. I give up. No, it was funny. It was funny. I just missed it. It sounds delicious. It didn't sound delicious to me when I first read it. I was like, that's not going to be good. And then I tried it, and it was really good. Scariest thing about AI is what my 73-year-old mother believes online. Yeah. Convincing her something is not what they say. Yes. You have to keep trying. But if it's on the internet, your face is a case. Oh. Hey, Paul, is your box in the mail yet? Tim's went in the mail. He had to pay like $1 bajillion to send me that plane back. Because you guys get hosed. I thought we got hosed. You guys are getting hosed by your Postal Service. I still, like, I just can't believe. I asked him, I was like, did you add a couple of bricks to the box? Like, how did... It cost me $40 Canadian to send it to you. How does it cost you $87 American to send it back? Oh, okay. But at least you got 2 pens out of the deal. That's about the cost to ship a piece of paper to Australia. I don't know. I think I could ship something to Australia from here. I'd be curious. I would be curious to see. Maybe when that box gets here, this is going to be interesting. When that box gets here, I'm going to take the dimensions and the weight, and I'm going to plug it into the thing to print a postal label to Australia and see what it says. My boxes average around $65 each time in the past. We'll have to see what the Trump tax stays. Oh, yeah. Cool. The traditional spelling of my name was Beanie. Come from early pioneers here and never left, I guess. There was a Beatty school. I grew up in a place called Swift Current, Saskatchewan, and the Beatty High School was the name of one of the 2 high schools when I was growing up. It then amalgamated into one high school and became it became like a community college. Brisbane 4305. I have a couple of, well, first of all, I'm not sending it to you. I just want to plug it into the calculator to see how much it would cost. Because it's going back up here. And it's going to be pretty. And then we're going to do a video. And we're going to do a Zoom call with Tim about restoring planes. I was using a plane this week, by the way, guys. Australia Post will charge 20 Australian dollars per kilo to send to Vancouver. Yeah, but what's going to get me is the size of the box this time. Going to be about 20-inch square. 20 inch by 20 by 20? No. Come on. Really? 20 by 20. That's a decent sized box. It's a good thing we're really good friends. And it's my birthday coming up. It's not going to be here by my birthday, though. If you haven't sent it yet, like, it's going to be late for my birthday. I still price check Lee Nielsen Australia before ordering from Lee Nielsen USA. Wow. It's always less, even with the shipping. Shipping from Maine was $15 for a tiny 4x3 box. Wow. Bexford lock chisels? What are those, and why don't I have any? Paid $65 to send 2 license plates, a magazine, and 2 Hot Wheels cars to Iowa from Australia. That's not a very big box. Hell no, I have a face for radio. We already talked about this. We already discussed the idea. And you said yes. What's bad is I can send the same size box in the continental US and it's less than $20. 20 by 20 by 5. When is my birthday again? August 17, my friend. 2 weeks. Before anyone asks, 1 Canadian dollar is $1.12 Australian dollars. Thanks for looking into that. I knew they were closer to us than the US was. I knew they were like a little bit more. Wait. No, they're a little bit. $1.12 Australian is $1 here. Like I usually consider them about par because there isn't that big a difference. I know it's a little bit. Sometimes it's the other way. So like we shimmy back and forth a little bit. Not going to make it by then. I know, I just said that. I got anyway, the reason that there's plane shavings is that I was fitting my door of the wall cabinet that I made this week. And I decided, I remember there was discussion on whether I was going to do one video on the rest of the cabinet or broken up into pieces. I am going to do individual videos on the door and the drawers. because I'm doing them like tutorials. I'm doing like, this is how I make a frame and panel door to fit a space. It's almost like a lesson. So come here to learn, right? That's what we always say. We always say that you should come here to learn. So I'm recording these videos as almost sort of lessons on how to do this. A pretty wooden thing. I think it's a pretty wooden thing. Drawers going in down here. And the little knobby right there. Hinges over there. Still got to go in. By the way, my new artist doesn't want a telly. Well, why did he come to you then? Doesn't he know? I'm gonna make him a dual horn Les Paul. Ugh. Sorry, a double cut Les Paul. No thanks. Out of pallet wood with fender neck scale and telly pick. What? A double cut Les Paul shape body out of pallet wood at a 25 1/4 with telly pickups. Okay, that's, I mean, sure. Is it a, with a Tune-o-matic? No. No, not with telly pickups, I imagine. Just tried out a Shinto rasp for the first time and I love it. Have you got one? Yep. Right there. I don't use it a lot, but when you need it, it's fantastic. I would flip the cabinet door, make the wood grain point down. No, because all of the other ones, the wood grain points up. I don't know, maybe I'll flip it around and have a look at it, but that was how I made it intentionally. Like I centered it. I centered the cathedral on purpose and everything. So maybe. See. I don't know if it fits the other way. I actually, like, I planed all the edges and stuff so that it would fit that way. It doesn't fit the other way. I'd have to, like, no. Obviously that door pocket is not perfectly square because that door only fits one way. That's what he wants. I mean, if that's what he wants, that's what he gets. Lock Chisels Lee Nielsen makes after antique design. Baxford changed a little. The chisel equivalent of those right angle drill accessories. Yeah, I like that. So they'd be good for like inside of cabinets for like hinge mortises too. Speaking of hinge mortises, sort of. I need, everybody's always talking about nice hinges. Okay, and Brousseau hinges and Horton brasses and whatever. And yeah, okay, the hardware store hinges, the like, what are they, onboard or whatever they're called, they're kind of shit. Yes. But damn, like, how can you bring yourself to pay that much money for hinges? Are they just like, can they possibly be worth it? Like, the difference between a $4 set of hinges and like a $57 set of hinges. Obviously I've never used them, so I'm looking for like, have any of you used like high quality butt hinges in like a cabinet door type situation? And if so, was that worth it to you? Because I just cannot envision it. Like this, all of the wood for this, when this whole cabinet is done with its door and its drawers and everything in it, all of the wood in this cabinet is going to have cost me like $4.40. To put a $60 set of hinges on the door seems kind of ridiculous. Could just, do that before assembly. I would have to, yes, I could replane. I could replane the sides of the door so that it fits in the other way. Then the gap, if I decide not to switch it around, the gaps are going to be too big if I put it back in the other way. I guess I could just kind of like hold it up to the space and see if I like it the other way before I do that. That's unhinged. Yeah, see? Yeah, that was okay. I want a little toolbox. I want little toolbox side handles that look old-fashioned heavy and are not cheap feeling. I've said it before, adding marine to searches helps because boat stuff is way nicer. Huh. I just can't bring myself to pay the kind of money that quality hinges cost because I don't know. I don't know any better. It's like when I also have a feeling that it's kind of like when you can't convince yourself to buy a Veritas hand plane because of how much it costs. And then when you finally do, now you don't ever want to not buy a Veritas hand plane because you know what the... So like if I buy a $56 set of butt hinges for a cabinet, am I ever going to be able to use the crappy Home Depot ones again? Probably not. I think maybe in this particular case, I am better off not knowing. Lee Valley has fantastic side handles for Antichrist. Okay, Dutch chests. I don't know what an Antichrist chest is. Don't think they have littler ones. I just want, like, can't somebody make like a mediocre hinge? Like, why do I have to use the cheap Home Depot garbage ones or the $60 a set? Like, can't somebody make like a $20 set of hinges? Anarchist. Okay. That's not what you said. Anarchist tool chest. I know what Lost Art. I know what the anarchist tool chest is. Okay, like it's. But that's not what he said. He said Antichrist. I was like, I don't know what an Antichrist chest is. It's entirely possible that there's such a thing as an Antichrist chest, and I've never heard of it. Okay. The Antichrist tool chest. Yes, that's what it is. It's we'll just call it whatever you want. We'll just spell words however we want, and then when he doesn't get it right, we'll just laugh at him. That's what we'll do. I just want somebody to make a $20 decent set of hinges. I bet they would do a hell of a business. If somebody could make like halfway to Brusso, like pretty decent hinges for half the price of like the Brusso Horton Brassy ones, they would make a crap ton of money. Because I bet there's a lot of people like me that just keep using the crappy home hardware ones. Well, not home hardware. But I sent a reporter a link to his story and pointed out the 4 typos in it. He doesn't care. He's getting paid either way. Think he gives a shit about that story? If he gave a shit about that story, there wouldn't have been 4 typos in it. The atheist tool chest. They're build it. I'm convinced you guys do it on purpose. He fixed all 4. Well, yeah, because you pointed them out. And it didn't take him any effort to fix them. But if nobody would have pointed them out, and he was probably pissed at you for making him do more work. Because he's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. This fucking Marv guy over here pointing out typos. Like, if they'd give me a decent editor, then they wouldn't. But no, they won't. I stopped in at the newspaper here the other day. This past week. It was depressing. Just nobody in the building had any glint of joy left in their eyes. It was yep. There was, yeah. Sometimes I get, hey, nice catch emails in return, but not with this guy. I'm going to have a cigarette. This show is going in an interesting direction. That's why you work with wood, and that's why it's why I create whatever it is that I'm creating. I want to keep some spark of joy. Explain a newspaper to me, but pretend I'm 10 years younger. I do not know what you were talking about, like BuzzFeed? Well, newspapers, historically, have been wonderful places full of information and the happenings of the world could be delivered to you in the form of written text and photography. And but it was built on a terrible business model that required advertising dollars in order to sustain it. And when the entire world started getting all of their information from the internet, that's where those advertising dollars went as well. And then in order to try and white knuckle hold on to their business model, the newspaper industry decided to try to charge the least amount they could possibly charge for advertising on their digital content. And then they raced each other to the bottom. And in their desire to fight each other for the attention of the general public, they started needing to spit out more and more and more instead of good or okay or adequate information that would help make the world a better place. And so they just kept fighting each other and getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And at this point, it doesn't even really matter, because basically they are just like a regurgitation factory of other things that are on the internet. And they try to sell advertising on those regurgitated things, or copy and pasted press releases that they don't bother to fact check. Because they need to get the more and more and more and more, and it doesn't matter how good it is, out into the internet. So they don't have time to do things like fact check or interview people. A Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff Spark of Joy short would go viral. I'm not, first of all, there's not going to be a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff anything short. Because fuck shorts. Not the pant, not the no, like the not quite pants. Those kind of shorts I like a lot. But short vertical videos are making the world a worse place, and I will not be a part of it. Old man shakes fist at cloud. I'm wearing my Angus Youngs right now. I'm wearing my Carhartt, what are they? Sort of cargo short type things. They're not, I don't think they're Carhartts, but they're like a heavy weave sort of cargo short. Oh, 1 year ago tomorrow. 1 year ago tomorrow, I got so drunk that I fell down and smashed my face and my hand. A year ago tomorrow. My cargo shorts are Duluth. I've never had a Duluth. I don't think. Oh, you smashed your face. That explains it. No, it didn't change much. It looked this bad before that. Must have been big if you remember the date. It was August 3rd, 2024. It was the day that made me decide that I shouldn't probably keep drinking. And then August 10th, 2024, I finished off the leftover beer from the night of August 3rd that was in my fridge still. And then I didn't have another drink until April 28th of 2025. And then I have not had a drink since April 25th, or 28th of 2025. When is your birthday? My birthday is August 17th. Couple of weeks. Does YouTube remind you of upcoming video anniversaries? No, I don't think so. Marv is putting a birthday calendar together. Yeah, you guys tell him your birthday so he can put it on the calendar, and then he can wish you a happy birthday when it's... So that is 52 weeks of, well, 51 of 52. 51 of the past 52 weeks I have not drank. So that is approximately what? 1,500 beer, give or take, that I did not drink in the last year that I would have otherwise drank. 1,500 beer. Am I mathing that right? 30 times 50? Ish, just estimating. I want to say that's 1,500 beer that I didn't drink in the last year that I would have otherwise drank. Wow. And at like $2 each when I buy them by the case, that's $3,000 that I didn't spend on beer over the last year that I would have otherwise spent on beer. Have you lost weight, or do you find that you eat more? I don't know. I'm making a conscious effort to eat more than I used to, because I used to forget to eat because I would just not be hungry, so I wouldn't. I find, I don't know. I don't know the last time I stepped on a scale, so I don't know if I've lost weight. I expect I probably have. Two bowls per cutting board. What are we talking about? Oh, to do a mic tomorrow, I'm going to start turning 22 bowls. Right, those are the little mini ones that you were talking about last week. Should buy you a saw stop with that extra money. No, because it's gone. It's not like it's in my account. I don't. It got spent on other things. I don't really know. I did buy a guitar at one point, but it just kind of like it didn't get spent on that, but it got spent on something. Saving money, protecting your body, and looking damn good, you sexy beast. Well, thank you. I don't know that we agree on that, but a new chuck and bearings for your lathe. I have bearings for the lathe. Paul sent them to me. Just again, it's one of those things. It's like I just don't really want to do it. So who wants to stop by and change out the bearings on my lathe? Because I mean, I'll get to it when I get to it, but it's always going to be, yeah, maybe, nah, still don't feel like it. And I don't need a new chuck. I have, I have two Talons and a Nova G3, I think, G whatever, and the crappy PSI one. And let's not forget the Beaver chuck. Like I have enough chucks for now. Your face is a beast. Ah! Fine, I'll drive to BC. It'll be cheaper than shipping a plane. It won't, but not by much. It depends. If you're on a motorcycle, maybe. You could, I still don't think you could do it for 87 bucks. And if you were going to do that, you might as well have just brought it with you instead of shipping it, because now you've already spent the money to ship the plane. So now you don't have money for gas to drive to BC to change my lathe bearings. Maybe Mikey B will change my lathe bearings. Hey, Mike. He likes doing mechanic-y stuff. There's YouTube videos he could follow along with. Hello, poker face. How are you, my friend? Oh. Mikey B is going to be in the next, well, maybe not the next, but he's going to be in the video of us breaking down all of the maple slabs beside the house. That video, he's going to be in a fair bit as well. Mikey B is younger than I thought he was. We've talked about how old everybody is. I don't remember how old he is, but he's the 30 and a bit. 30, I don't know, low 30s? Middle 30s? Maybe your existing bearings just need grease. Well, they go clicky pretty good. Like, I've got the new bearings. It's not gonna, like, just gotta pop them out, pop the new ones in. I just, I'm good, dude. I actually relapse on drinking. I hope it won't happen again. If it does, it does. I mean, like, you can hope that it won't happen again. You can do your best to make it not happen again. I hope that I don't also. But if I do, it's not going to be the end of the world. And I'm not going to let it define who I am as a human being. Paul forgot because he's old. Yeah. He's got to be writing things down in big letters so that he can see them. Yeah, but we can handle a bearing swap. Hopefully it doesn't need to be mechanically pressed out. The videos that I've seen of people swapping bearings on lathe, they just like knock them out with a block of wood. And then they knock the new ones in with a block of wood. There's like, they just knock it in until it's fully seated over the thing. But it's two, there's one on the outside and one on the inside. And so you gotta get the wheel off the outside one, and then you gotta get the belt off, and then the whole assembly comes out, and then you gotta knock the bearings out and replace them, and then get the assembly like back into the. It's just not a thing that I feel like doing. Got a hydraulic press, Mikey B, but yeah, it shouldn't. Like I said, there's the guy that I bought, Paul, I think, sent me the video. When he sent me the bearings, he sent me the video of a guy doing it, and he just took like a block of maple, and he was just like pop, 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 and it just like out it comes. I need more positivity in my life, and drinking messes with my mental health. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. But it also brings you temporary fake joy. And I miss that. And I know that you know what I mean. If you haven't watched all of the videos of me talking about like how this is going, I want to say it was like month 4 where I started to sort of turn the corner, and there was the one that I did like happy math. I don't remember which one it was, but it was like, people keep asking me if I'm happier, and I don't really know. So the only way I can figure it out is by doing math. And I figured out like the number of happies in a month that I used to have. Because I used to have 9s and 2s and 5s and 6s and whatever. And now I just have like 4s and 6s and 4s and 6s and 4s. And so like overall, I have more happies, but I sure miss the 8s and 9s that I don't get anymore. But they were just make-believe. They were just make-believe, fake pretend 8s and 9s anyway. So, but they felt good. They felt good, even if they were make-believe. But I've realized that I can't be the best person that I can be for this world that I'm in when I'm drinking. I need to be the best person that I can be for myself and my friends and my family and my community. And that I can't be that person when I'm drinking. So that's what's keeping me from drinking, is that I've come to realize that whether I want to or not, and I do want to be drinking, I can't be the person that I want to be if I do. So orange creamsicle Coke is pretty good. It doesn't bring me fake happiness like beer used to, that's for sure. But making things brings me not fake happiness. It brings me actual happiness. Being creative, making art, making things out of wood, putting new things out into the world that didn't exist had I not created them. is what brings me happiness now. So and having a positive impact on the people around me, being the best person I can be to have a positive impact on other people around me that makes them better too. The withdrawals suck as well. I will admit that I got, because of the type of drinker I was, it wasn't a physical withdrawal problem. It was just an intellectual, emotional withdrawal problem for me. But yeah, I've seen withdrawals from lots of things. All jokes aside, Mike, that's a really good outlook. Yeah, I'm a fucking gem of a human. It's about time you recognized Peckerwood. I love when I can express my faux self-confidence. this pretend like ego that making things with your hands is such a dopamine rush. It is, especially when they're good. Even when they're mediocre. Keeltronics, how you doing, my friend? Keel steps in and my computer goes straight to buffering. He has that effect on things. My oldest nephew and his wife had a baby over the last week. Gotta think that's a dopamine rush too. Having a nephew have a baby? Related. Being called great uncle was a jolt. Yeah, you're old. Oldie. The rush was for them. They created something. They did. They definitely did create something. I made this. Look at it. Look at it. I made this. I made this. Well, I'm in the process of making this. I made this, but it's not the finished this. Raises me. The oldest is 26. Hold on. I'll be at a great uncle. I see lots of great uncles around here. I'm a great uncle? Damn. That makes you extra old, I think. I don't know. Hooray, I'm old but not alone here. Yeah, no, you're definitely. Have you Tim? Remember Tim? Who used to go to the movies when they changed to talkies, and the guy was walking around with the fire on the end of a stick to light the street lights, and his high school girlfriend went off in a covered wagon across the country and set up a homestead in Plano, Texas. Just turned 39 recently, and 40's coming at me like a truck. I was surprised how little turning 40 actually, like, I thought it was going to be like, wow, that's a big deal. Really wasn't. I was like, eh. Didn't feel any different than the day before. I'm a not so great uncle. You're probably okay. Uncle Buck was such a legend. Loved it. Yeah, John Candy. I was there again. I was there 3,000 years ago. And I'm starting to feel it in my bones. What Bilbo say? Starting to feel like butter spread over too much bread. My knees and back are telling me that 40 won't be pleasant. The first time I ever like threw out my back, like seriously, like put me down for like an extended period of time, I think I was only like 28 or 30. And I was like, wow, this is what getting old is like, eh? And yeah, I was like maybe in my early 30s. I feel like I was way too young to have thrown out my back putting on socks. And like, okay. Look, my boy Vinny from Pittsburgh. How's it going? It's going okay. It's going okay. I've been working on the cabinet. Got to hinge the door. Get the drawers in. You make the drawers, put them in. Then I can get back to the guitars. Then I can get to Sean's bass. Then I can get to I gotta put a shelf up for the chainsaw. The chainsaw shouldn't live on the floor under there. Yeah, some kind of shelf for the chainsaw to live on. And then the Hieran Cabinet. Or another guitar. I don't know. If I get a bunch of I get the templates from Paul, and they're just like, then I can start churning out Telecasters too. I was 28 when I hurt my back. Doctor said it was repetitive motion injury. Laid me up for a month solid. I couldn't work. Gave me the push I needed to change careers. Now I sit too much. I sat too much for a long time. I did my back injury at 16 on the side of a mountain in Montana in a skiing accident. And then my first career was in restaurants, and I was a server bartender on my feet all the time. And then I went into journalism for like a decade, and I sat at a desk. And yeah, the serious difference. Now I'm back walking all the time in my job. So, well, not all the time, but way more. Chainsaw belongs in a shed. You belong in a shed. That's mean. What'd the chainsaw do? They are. You just need to make yourself a set to use. Aren't you? What? Aren't you sending me the set to use? Or is that going to be like my master set, and then I should use that to make my set that I use so that it can get chewed up, and then I can make a new set with my master set? Is that what we're doing? It could have been a big deal in the skiing career, but it was all downhill from there. It was, unfortunately, I was never going to have a skiing career. Are there people who have skiing careers? That should be your master. Oh, okay. So I'll just make a set out of that set, put that set away somewhere safe, and then use the... Well, then it should have been out of Corian. Sonny Bono sure didn't. Oh! Didn't one of the Kennedys die playing football while he was skiing? Or something? Mike's never had this audience before. For no man is ever the man he was a week ago, or even a minute ago. You're always a new, well... Olympic skiing. Olympic! If you meant Olympic skiing, I'm not sure that it pays enough for it to be a career. I'm pretty sure Canadian Olympic skiers don't make enough from Olympic skiing to like not have to have another job. I don't know. Marv, research needed. How much, what is the top earning Canadian skier? They get paid, but the career is very short. And they don't get paid like NFL running back. Like, if you're going to have a short athletic career, like football. I mean, I maybe... If I was gonna have a career in sports, it would have been hockey. Hockey was the closest that I got in terms of playing at the highest level. I played very high level hockey until like just before the point where I would have been getting drafted. Nobody gets paid like the NFL MLB. It's honestly gross. I agree. If I could swap my golf and bowling scores, I could be a pro at both. I think you've done that joke before. But, I mean, to be fair, you probably forgot. Because old. Top skiing earner is around $125,000. The top Canadian skiing earner is making $125,000 from skiing. Like from Skiing Canada or whatever the body is that pays them. I very much doubt that the top skier in Canada is making $125,000 to ski from just the skiing organization. Like maybe in terms of like sponsorships from like Rosignol and stuff too, but I mean, I'm making tens of dollars from my YouTube career, so that's something. So I got that going for me. I've seen Canadian Olympians on cereal boxes. I also have, but let's do okay in endorsements and speaking appearances. Yeah, but that's not skiing money. I mean, I get it's tied to skiing. It's because they are skiers that they get that money. But some sports are just not monetizable. Yeah, not a lot of money in. I mean, unless you win a gold medal and then, like Marv said, you go on like a speaking tour to high schools and talk about setting goals and being your best and rah rah go you. You know, those people who come to the high school and they talk to the whole gym full of people about how they won a gold medal at the Nagano Olympics and they couldn't have done it without their perseverance. Highest paid American skier, Michaela Schifrin. Highest paid skiing athlete in the sports world and became the first alpine skier to surpass $1 million. Well, congratulations to Michaela Schifrin. But did she make that $1 million for skiing? Or did she make it? I don't want to sound. This is going to sound whatever. Did she make it because she's like a good skier? Because we have talked before on this show about how I am not attractive enough to make money from being attractive. Or, like, what was the I was going to put it on a coaster, like, not attractive enough to sell fart water or something. Going down a slippery slope talking about skiing. Oh, I was college champion in paper airplane for long distance. Oh, see, and you could have gone places, but then you gave up on your dream. If only an Olympic athlete would have come to your high school or your college when you were a champion paper airplane guy and giving you a pep talk in the gym about perseverance. Maybe you'd be off gallivanting with your rich paper airplane making friends right now instead of watching this nonsense. What a life you could have led. Had an English teacher, what? Had an English teacher had us design an airplane. It hurts. And throw it out. I'm going to read that exactly how you wrote it. I had an English teacher. Did you? Did you actually have an English teacher? Because it doesn't seem like you did. That had us design an airplane and throw is out a classroom window on the 3rd floor. Write a paper on it. We should call your English teacher right now. As an Adidas endorsement. She's won the World Cup in skiing more than any other alpine skier. And she's the youngest gold medalist in Olympic slalom, so she's definitely got some skill. I'm not saying that she's not a talented athlete. I'm saying how much money did she win for winning the World Cup when she won the World Cup championship in skiing? How much money did she get? As prize money for the skiing. Marv, come on. Are you still here? Yes, you are. How much did Summer McIntosh make for like her last swimming victory? Probably one of the best, fastest swimmers in the world right now. This Canadian girl. She's like, what, 18 or something stupid? Chris Pinnell. Atta guy. Thanks for stopping by. Charlie Tuna Williams. Was your English teacher's name was Tuna Williams? Okay. Pinella's here and demented. Well, I mean, if he's here, yeah. Just got home from the homeland. Yeah, you did. He's a little hopped up on Pineapple Crush. It's a little loopy. Pinnell, I still gotta put my artisanal plane shavings back in their bag. They're still on the bench because I haven't put them away yet, so that I can bring them out the next time I'm pretending to do hand planing and leave them on the bench pretty for a photo. Charlie Tuna. Back in my day, Starkist Tuna had a spokesfish named Charlie. Maybe that's where he got his nickname from. Made English classes awesome. Well, he didn't make them educational. He should have focused more on actually teaching you. Dude, I'm actually shocked. Just looked it up. World Cup skiing is upping their prize money for next year. This year's top male earner took home just under $460,000. The top female $130,000 for being the best female skier in the fucking world. Made $130,000. Macintosh is 3 for 4. She made $40,000 for the first 2 golds. 2 gold medals, so $20,000 US for a gold medal. I guess you can make a career of that. If you get $20,000 per gold medal and you're getting a fair number of those, you could make a career of that. But how many swimmers are not making $20,000 because they're not getting gold medals all the time? Like, you know, if you have to be the best in the world to have a decent career, that's tough. Love 130 grand for doing something I love. Yeah, but do you still love it? Would you still love everything that, and you'd have to love everything that comes with it? All the speaking engagements and interviews and media things and early morning training sessions and like everything that comes with it. When you're not making money, you're not making money for the practicing at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're not making money for talking to the stupid reporter, asking the dumb questions. Usually compete in multiple events. Yeah, I know. Just saying. It would be a tough job being a professional athlete in one of those sports. It'd be a tough job being a professional athlete, but not. It'd be a tough job to be a professional athlete. End sentence. But to be a professional athlete where even like the guys who aren't very good and like barely made the team and only play like if somebody else gets hurt. Like, man, the best job in all of sports is like the practice squad NFL guys. Like just the fourth quarterback on the depth chart for an NFL team. That's the best job. You're probably paying to rent pool time to practice at 5 a.m. Well, Swim Canada or whatever is probably paying for the pool time. Or you're sponsored, like you, but I get you. Swim Canada, is that the organization? Maybe not. Macintosh seems to love it. Well, yeah, because she's only 17 or whatever. Oh, she's 18? At 18, I would have loved to do a physical thing and been paid gobs of cash. Yeah. And she'll just, let's talk to her again at 24, 25, see if she still loves it. Lexi Thompson used to seem like she loved golf. Not so much. I don't know if she still loves golf that much. She probably still loves it. She probably loves golf more than most of us love our jobs. Let's be honest. My boss's daughter is 15 and doing Olympic class rock climbing. Hey, that's cool. Right now they're at a competition in Helsinki, then going to the one following week in Seoul. See, and somebody has to pay for all that travel and stuff too, right? Like, is that coming out of my pocket as the athlete? Hope not. More people should find happiness in AI, crypto, and arms manufacturing. I agree. And also politics and you know what? You know what actually we need? What we need is for more people to find joy in making money by stoking hate. That's what we need in this world. More people to stoke hate and fear for money. That's what we need. Less Olympic rock climbers, more. Lexi Thompson's career earning on the LPGA Tour, $14.6 million. That's better. That's more. Wish granted. Yeah, seems that way, doesn't it? They do a GoFundMe to pay for her competitions. Because Rock Climbing USA probably doesn't have a whole shit ton of money. The American Bouldering Society or whatever. It's probably an association. It's probably the American Rock Climbing Association. ARCA. Okay, my head is making a buzzing noise, and I think it's because I haven't eaten for a long time. You know what you should have done this afternoon at about 2:30 or so? You should have had a whole shit ton of leftover butter chicken and a cheesecake. That's what you should have done. But later, my friend, have a good night. I may do a show tomorrow night from down at the shop. I got to teach pen turning tomorrow. And while I'm already set up, I may do a show with the lathe. But and a cheesecake. Yeah, that's what I did. Were you not here for that talk? I had a whole bunch of butter chicken and a cheesecake. Well, Nadia lets you use her lathe. Yes, she would let me use her lathe. I probably will use mine. But she would let me use hers. She doesn't, so I might as well. Tinnitus. I spend way too much time near amplifiers. And your earballs are like 130 years old or whatever. So they're wearing out. I was a sonar tech for 10 years on submarine, listening to the ocean. I used to have concert loud car audio in the past. I'm paying now. Yeah. Isn't her lathe the one that needs bearings in it? No, that's the Nova. Hers only has, Nadia's lathe is the Rikon 70-100, and it probably still only has maybe 3 or 4 hours of runtime. Better not need bearings yet. Here in Pittsburgh, everyone's into football and hockey. Always trying to get big and hopefully get noticed by scouts. What they should be doing is getting an education. Because most of them ain't going to make it. And they should give up their dreams. Quit before you get too invested. Oh, let's check out our top fans. Marvo! He's gone. He got to the top of the chart and he jetted off. Look at that. We got Marv and then Tim and then Peckerwood and then Fiber Hijinks. With your 150 points each. I'm not sure why Marv is number 1 and Tim's number 2 and Peckerwood number 3 when, like, you guys all the way down to number 5, you all have 150 XP. So I'm not sure why. Whatever. Back with buffalo wings from the microwave. Hey, if I was even a little bit hungry, that would sound good. I don't either. I'm kind of upset about it. Well, you can get more points. You can get past 150 points. We saw Sean McGill the week that we discovered the points. We saw McGill shoot up way above 150 points. Maybe if you because you're still here and he's not, maybe you'll move up past him with your 150 points. I don't know. I never get more than 75 points. We don't know how points are assigned. Other than money, we don't know how points are assigned. So I've spent all my surplus cash on shipping today. All 87 bucks. Yeah, I don't blame you. You gave me enough money today by sending me my plane back. Mike's not shown the wall cabinet. Yes, I certainly have. Pay attention. See, Fiber Hijinks has my back. I'm not going to show it now because clearly that's what you're angling for. And I don't kowtow to... Points in the YouTube live are assigned based on viewer engagement. Oh, Paul looked it up, or he AI'd it or something. Viewer engagement during a live stream. Viewers can earn points by actively participating in the live chat, sending super chats, super stickers, or purchases. This is true. This is how you get more than 150 points. You max out at 150 points by just engaging. And then if you want to get higher than 150 points, you need to pay money. It's so stupid. It's really, really dumb. But I mean, whatever. It's YouTube's got their model of how they do things. Hi, Chris. How is shop and life? Mr. Pinnell, how is life? He just got back from gallivanting again on vacation. His bi-monthly vacation that he takes. He just got back from. He's all hopped up on Pineapple Crush. YouTube leveraging competitiveness and FOMO of viewers. That's right. I need me them points. Give me them points. Here, have some money in exchange for points. Like, I could understand it if, like, the points continue. Like, if you kept collecting points, like, but your points go away at the end of the show. Like, you don't get to keep your points for the next time. It's not like the leaderboard is just for today. So or if you could trade your points in for some kind of benefit, like if your points continued to gather, like if your account got so many XP or whatever, you got a month worth of premium for free or something, like some kind of benefit for getting points. Like once you get 10,000 points, you get a free month of YouTube Premium. But you can't get 10,000 points because as soon as you get to 150 and then the stream ends, you can't get any more points. Like your points go away. Didn't get shop fully cleaned yet. Did the other side of the garage first to make wife happy. That's fair. Has she let you put your bass back downstairs yet? Did you cleaned her half of the garage so now you can keep your bass guitar where it's supposed to be? Or is it like a cheat code for top fans? I don't know what it is. It's also possible for creators to set up custom point system. Oh, really? Using third-party tools like Streamlabs. I don't know what that is. It's for creation of a loyalty system. Oh, look at that. I call that patreon.com/woodenthings-and-stuff. That's my loyalty system. Twitch gives out points for just being in the stream, and then the streamer can give out like custom emotes and stuff. I don't know. Can I give somebody a point? Can I go? Hold on. I'm in Fiber Hydrants. Let's see if I can give you points. Nope. I can add you as a moderator. I can put you in a timeout. I can't give people points, I guess. I don't know. It'd be cool if I could give out points. Be like, I liked that question. Here, have some points. But still, like, what good are the points? I don't really. I should be able to give out things. I mean, I give out points all the time. They're not worth anything. Give out Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff points. When people get the movie quote and stuff, I give out points all the time. Pinnell, how many points do you have? Pinnell's got lots of points. Please no timeout. I know, but that's like, I'm just talking about the options. If I go into your name, I can report you. Look out. I'll report you to somebody. I can remove you. Or no, that's the message. I can report the message, remove the message. Whatever. Doesn't matter. OnlyFans /Wooden Things and Stuff. I don't promote that because That's a different clientele. Okay? I don't want you guys there. It'd get weird. It's weird enough with those people. I would like to trade my 150 XP in for one of those snappy wristbands. You can try to trade in your 150 XP for whatever. You give out channel memberships. But I don't have channel memberships, so I can't probably. I would have to set up channel memberships first. And then there would have to be some kind of benefit for people to become channel members. And it would basically be duplicating what happens at Patreon. So I'm not interested in having another place that I have to do stuff. Fart jars and feet picks. For exchange for your points. If anybody gets to 10,000 points, you can have a fart in a jar. Absolutely. That's a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff guarantee. I don't want to be in your OnlyFans. I don't want you there either. I told you. I want to keep these things separate. My YouTube, my OnlyFans. I can't imagine the type of people that I would have there. That would be... I cannot even imagine the type of people that would pay me for that. Bring bingo back. I should bring bingo back. Matt, I should. I will. Next month, September, there will be a bingo sheet. Remind me in a couple weeks. We'd have to find new things for the bingo sheet, though, because the bingo sheet used to be kind of focused on drinking. So, yeah, I will bring back the bingo sheet. For those of you who don't know about the bingo sheet, it was a Patreon member exclusive. Every month, the Patreon peeps got a bingo sheet. And so it was a 5x5 grid of things that come up during live shows. And every bingo sheet was different. So I shuffled everything around. So everybody got a different bingo sheet. It was all the same types of stuff. And if you got a row of all of those things happening during the same live show, you got a prize, I think. A pen? I don't remember I don't think anybody ever won. Now that I think about it. What was the center box? The center box was stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Pretty sure. It can be generalized or weirder. If a random guy enters the chat to say hello and ask about sobriety. New guy comes in for the first time and asks if I'm still sober. That'd be a decent box. Because it doesn't happen all the time. That's the thing with the bingo squares. They have to happen often enough that they are possible, but not all the time so that it's just a guarantee. So like it was stuff like Mike gets up on a ladder. Because it didn't happen all the time, but when it did, you got to check your box. Or you won? What did you win? Did I send you something? Ladder. It happened. Mike uses a hand plane. That's right. I didn't send you anything. Was I supposed to? What was the point of the... I don't remember. I was drunk. I don't remember what I was supposed to do if somebody won. It's been a long time. It's been 2 years, I think, since the bingo happened. I had Mike uses a hand plane on mine and never got to check it off. It did happen. I did use the hand plane on the show sometimes. Maybe if you show up more regularly, you would have seen it. Maybe not. I'm back. Did I miss anything exciting? Yeah. Yep. But I'm not telling you what it was because you missed it. Could make some about us. Matt bought more junk because an influencer told him to. Matt bought another tool he doesn't need. I think it was a gift card. Tried to give it to Paul. That sounds like a thing that might have happened. It would have made more sense for me to have it be an EGC of some kind. Because then I wouldn't have to ship anything. We'll bring back the bingo sheet. And I'll actually have an actual prize. I'll work on developing some interesting squares for it and a prizing system. Yeah. I'll think on that. Lee Valley money. Just make it a Lee Valley EGC. Maybe the prize could be a sneak peek at a new project before anyone else gets to see it. They get that anyway. That's just kind of a standard Patreon benefit. Just posted on Veritas Tool Nerds about the trunk handles no longer available in my region. Yep, that'll learn you for being in your region. Do remember he got pretty tired of doing it. Yeah, well, it was kind of a hassle. If I had a more streamlined way of creating the sheet, but I had to manually make all of those individual sheets. Probably just because I was too lazy to look up random bingo square generator. That's what I should do this time. I'll look up random bingo square creator.com. Like the wheel of names, the draw thing that I do, you just plug in the names and it puts them in. I'll just put all of the bingo squares over on the right side and you hit randomize and then they go into the thing and then you can download it. There's got to be one of those. Have to have new projects coming up for that to happen. And there would have to be progress on those new projects to have updates. Yeah, that's super mean. And also incorrect. Fucking cabinet right here. That I'm not showing because Matt missed all of the times. And he wasn't paying attention and this is his punishment. Update on my lathe taper. Oh, good. We were all wondering. Just works after replacing it. Nothing gets stuck. Replacing it gets gouged the threads ending up being... Yeah. And it wasn't your fault, wasn't it, though? Wasn't it? Just check. There's a 100% a free bingo card generator. Yes. Mike has a whiteboard now. It's true. and it's got stuff on it. And I could cross off a couple of those things. Finished chainsaw review is up there for this week. Should put a mark across through that. Wall cabinet has one thing that I could cross off through it. Sand and finish the carcass, I could cross off. Door, I could almost cross off. Maybe tomorrow, if I get this hinged, might be able to cross that off. There's some guy near here named Matt. Yes, Fearsome Warrior's name is Matt. No, it was trash. I locked a center in without any effort. Just gravity made it so tight I had to use a force. Well, you were so strong when you put it in. That's the problem, Matt. You were like, you lay off the gym. Chainsaw, did you finally cut the backyard? No, I had Mike do it. That's the string trimmer video that's up there on the thing. There was some chainsaw involved in the initial clearing of the backyard, yes. In the video that was released today with the chainsaw, you can see Mikey B carving up piles of blackberry bush with it. It was like a magic trick when I handed it to a machinist at work. How did you sucker Mikey B into cutting your backyard? I paid him money. For 1 second. There wasn't a lot of room for cutting up blackberry bush footage, Mike. Also, I thought you said you looked fat in that footage and you didn't want me to put it on the internet. Because that was like 2 years ago or something. 3 years ago, maybe. There's a chainsaw carver just north of me that makes big money doing sculptures. I would like to try a chainsaw carving one day. That would be fun. Don't you have a mini-me? I do, but I ain't giving him a chainsaw. I like him. There's lots of room left for sideways footage. Yeah. Yeah. Could have done a whole lot of vertical nonsense. Or you could have remembered that YouTube is a horizontal platform. Now, hopefully you've learned your lesson now. Next time you're filming, that's the funniest, the funniest part of you filming all of this vertical shit for this video that I couldn't use. The funniest part is that you have been the cameraman for entire project videos on this channel before. Like, you know, the direction of the... And you helped me edit the footage to create that video. Your face is a horizontal platform. Nicely done. Just make a short. No! That vertical video is making the world a worse place. And for some reason, this is the hill I've decided to die on. I don't understand the purpose of shorts. I know. You don't understand the purpose of shorts. The purpose of shorts is because TikTok was taking eyeballs away from YouTube. So YouTube said, let's make a TikTok type thing over here. Do you ever think that maybe I chose the vertical footage as an artist representation of my vision for the footage? It's true. You could have done that. But in which case, your vision for the project did not match mine. And we just have creative differences. And that's okay. Shorts pay too. Yeah, sorta. Pennies. And I hate them, and I don't want to be a part of it. And that's fine if other people do. Some people want to spend their time on TikTok too. That's fine. You go ahead and do that. It's fine. You can watch your vertical videos while you're eating your tomato soup with cilantro or whatever and listening to fucking Doja Cat. That's fine. You do that. I genuinely hate shorts so much. I just don't watch them. It's fine. If people who want them can have them. People who want TikTok can have it. I made a TikTok channel. Is that what they're even called on TikTok? I don't know. I put TikTok on my phone. I made a channel. I was like, well, if you're gonna do the online, be a fucking video content person, you got to be where the people are. And I made one, and I made it horizontal because that's what I had the footage for, and I just assumed that TikTok you would be able to crop it vertically, and you can't. And I was like, fuck this place. And I never did another thing, and I deleted it off my phone. Okay, boomer. Nice. Yeah, I'm just over here wrecking the economy. Whoops. So a career in shorts is worse than a career in skiing. I don't know. At least you could be proud of a career in skiing. Oh. Okay. Everybody can like what they like. It's fine. Oh, there we go. Sun going down behind that house. Any second. Not quite yet, but any second. The only acceptable shorts I watch are like snippets of longer videos that I've already seen, so I can show you. Everybody can like what they like. Pinnell would rather watch shorts. Yeah, because his attention span has been ruined. That's why he only shows up here like an hour and a half in, because he's like, I just can't. Who has time for a 26-minute video putting scrambled eggs in a tortilla? I don't know. I've never made a 26-minute video putting scrambled eggs in a tortilla. I made like perfect timing. It's going behind that house right now. I made like a 12-minute video or something of putting non-scrambled eggs and a bunch of other stuff in a tortilla. And also, if I'm not mistaken, which I may be, I think you were the one who asked for the breakfast burrito video. Wasn't it your idea that I make a breakfast burrito video? Because we were talking about breakfast burritos one day. And you were like, you should make a video on those. I think it was your idea. What, you thought I was going to make it vertical and make it a minute and a half long? To be fair, most content I watch is like art creation or video essays, not tutorials or food stuff. You can watch whatever you want. You're here watching this nonsense. Making a living skiing only lasts until you're 30 unless you get really lucky. My dad still had all the swag he got from doing it. Your dad made a living skiing? We were just talking about how hard that would be. Not lots of purple and neon green stuff. Sweet. Shorts are aimed at young folk that can... That's a very old man way to say that. They can't concentrate longer than 2 minutes at a time. It's true. Lots of non-young folk can't concentrate for more than 2 minutes at a time. Okay, bye, Keel. I watched a channel go ballistic over a short go viral. They made really nice charcuterie boards and typically get 400 views. Did a 7-second video burning an R into a board and got 2 million views. And they probably got the same amount of revenue from those 2 million views. They probably got less revenue from those 2 million views than they got for the typical 400 if they were monetized. Maybe not quite, but I'm not exaggerating by that much. Shorts are a tool to send them to your channel, like advertising for the full product. Except the people who watch shorts are not interested in going and watching your long form content. They're not. In general, they're just not going to. I think I might just leave that open. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that open. If I did content creation as like my major income, I would absolutely have to use shorts as part of the model. I absolutely would. But I would also be doing this full time for a living, and I would have the time to put into all of the different types of content and platforms and things. No, I'm going to close that because the light's better. I don't want to put the additional time into content creation to make vertical things for essentially another platform out of the time that I have in my life. It's just not the way I want to spend it. I've heard content creators say that they get shadow subscribers who come from the shorts but don't want the long form, and so the analytics page screens. See, this is a real thing. You get a whole bunch of bonus subscribers that never watch your videos. It hurts your channel. 15.8 thousand shorts views paid $1.69. 443 regular views paid $1.43. So there's a ratio. Ain't no perfect system. I cannot imagine doing all the different income streams to make it. Right? You got the crown? Hold on. No, Tim Mallon's got the crown. He's got 225. Well, you have a crown. You got the 2 crown. Not trying hard enough. Or paying enough money. It was like $1 got you like a couple hundy points. Just saying. McGill put in like, I don't even remember. No, Mikey B put in $1. Mike, do you remember how many points you got for your $1 last time? It was like a fair number of points. And I got like more than half of that $1. Clock in, run around a lot at work, get mad at emails, clock out. Content creation would be awesome challenge and some fun, but okay, I would never want this to be my full-time job that I needed to rely on for my livelihood. It's too who knows at any given time. Like, oh, I make a reel on Instagram of me scooping shavings into a garbage bag, and it gets like 10,000 views or something. Or if I actually do something of value, like nobody gives a shit. It's just like, spend multiple months making an electric guitar and like 400 people watch the fucking thing. Or fall down, smash your face, and talk about how you should stop drinking. 750,000 people watch the thing. Like, take a vacuum out of a box. Like one of my top viewed videos of all time. I took a vacuum cleaner out of a box and I tried it out and I was like, yep, this is a vacuum cleaner. The end. It's one that I got, like, it's got 80,000 views or something. Like, $250 points for $1. That's good value. I see so many videos about how YouTube is going to older channels and basically telling them to change their content or they will stop promoting their channel. And, well, it's not that YouTube isn't going around telling people, hey, we're going to stop promoting your channel. You can just tell whether or not YouTube is pushing your shit. I have all the analytical numbers that I want about how many people YouTube shows my videos to. And I can figure out why. And if I wanted to play the game and get more views and therefore more income, I could absolutely do that. But I would not want to do that. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to make videos so that I can make money off of the people who watch my videos. That's not why I do this. It would be nice if people would watch my videos and therefore I could make some money. But I'm not going to make videos for the express purpose of trying to make money from making them. I saw a clip for an in-person class on handling comments from jerks. If they comment every video negatively, they are a fan. A fan that doesn't hate you, they hate themselves. Well, I think that's just true in general. People who are dicks on the internet probably hate themselves, and they're lashing out because they hate themselves. They don't like seeing other people not hate themselves. That was a nice check. What was a nice check? Did I miss something? What did you get a nice check for? The $1.69 for the shorts views or whatever? Your face is lashing out. Hey! It was earlier. These were older, like 5+ year old channels. My channel is more than 7 years old. I've been doing this more than, I think, YouTube once in a while, they'll give you like a, hey, celebrate your milestone thing. And one of the recent ones was like, 7 years you've been doing this. And I was like, yeah, thanks for the reminder, YouTube, that I still have gone nowhere. 750,000 views. I mean, there was certainly an income bump when that happened. Yeah, it was over the course of about 5-6 months. But yeah, it was the first time ever in the 7 years that I've been making YouTube videos when that was happening. When those views were coming in, that was the first time in the history of this channel that I got some money from YouTube every month for like 5 months in a row. Because you have to get, they don't pay you until you cross $100 at the end of the month. So most months I don't, well, these days I get paid about every other month. But when those views were rolling in on that video at the end of last year, September, October, November, December, January, I was getting money every month. And it was like more than a couple hundred. It was like, sometimes it was like $300. Yeah. You just need to find something else to quit violently. I need to find other things to quit violently with damage done to myself. Because I'm pretty sure that it was the thumbnail with my face all like mucked up. That's actually funny, sort of. Next week's video, next week's video absolutely has to be the 1 year later video. Because tomorrow is 1 year since I smashed my face. So I have to do the 1 year later video, and I might as well use the same thumbnail and just put 1 year later in the thumbnail. And then it'll just be me talking. It'll be another sitting here talking. And I'll probably go off on some nonsense rant. That's why I question going forward with YouTube. Not sure it's worth the time and effort of recording and editing. They ain't doing me any favors, so why work so hard? Yes, I completely agree. It's not, because people ask me all the time, should I start a YouTube channel? Depends what you want to get out of it. If you want to have fun doing it, and you're gonna have fun doing it, and you want to develop, I love the community of people that have gathered here, and what I've built in terms of what the community is the only way to put it. Like the group of folks that I have gathered around me here, and most of the time I enjoy the creative process of telling the story of whatever I'm telling the story of. Especially like project videos. I do enjoy the process of telling the story of the making of the thing. But I would never tell somebody to do this if they wanted to try to make money from it. I was looking at that South African guy's subs. Woodshop Junkie. He's been around maybe 4 years and is at 285,000. What, subs? It's enough to go full time if you keep the views up with new videos. See, that's the thing. If he has 285,000 subscribers, but he's only getting 50,000 views per video, and he's doing weekly videos, 200,000 views a month is not enough for me to quit my job, I'll tell you that. Heading out for the night. Thanks for all the chats and tangents. That's what we do. See you next week if you're around. That's what's keeping me going, is the community. I enjoy what I do and make. Just hard to spend so much time editing to make it look easy. Well, don't edit to make it look easy then. You're doing lives so they can see how hard it is. Yeah, do whatever is going to bring you joy. If you aren't enjoying the process of the creation of the videos, or if a lack of success for the video hurts you emotionally, as it does for all of us. I will be the first to admit that when I put out a video and I think it's good and it tanks, it sucks and it bothers me. But I try not to let it hurt too much and just move on to the next one. But yeah, do whatever is going to bring you joy in this. Marv got some food. Now I want to go out again and photograph smoky sunset. Okay. Have a good night, my friend. Go get them pics. Subs don't matter, only views. It's true. If you have 1 million subscribers, but only a couple hundred of them bother watching each time, then you're not making any money. That's for sure. But the more subscribers you have, the easier it's going to be for you to convince companies and whatever to give you money to talk about their shit or whatever, if that's the way you want to go with stuff. So, pays per 1,000 views. Yep. I average about $3.50 or $4 per thousand. So if I got 100,000 views in a month, I would make $400. And $400 a month is not enough to quit my job. My autism doesn't let me lie and put up clickbait thumbnails like all those big channels with huge profits from scrap wood. Yeah. I mean, there's a line between clickable and clickbait. Clickbait is getting people to click on something that isn't what they are going to get from watching it. Clickable thumbnails are just something that's going to convince people to click on it because they want to see that happening, or that whatever that thumbnail is representing, they want to see that. If you don't deliver it, that was clickbait. So I'm not good at it. I'll be honest. I'm not good at it. If I was good at it, I would be getting more money. I would be making more money. More people would be watching my shit. I've been thinking of starting with short, poorly produced review videos. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Simple start before trying harder at talking to camera and making a project. Well, it's a short, poorly produced review videos. That sounds like an idea. Just want that Merca sponsorship bit. Yeah, okay. Well, best of luck. Wait, I want that Lee Valley sponsorship is what I want. Give me that Veritas money. I mean, poorly produced, as in just going for it and not spending time worrying about how good they are. Well, that's what I do. That's basically what the chainsaw thing is. It's like, here's my chainsaw. It's pretty okay. Or like the shop vac. Like, I'm gonna unbox and try out my new shop vac today, and then I literally take it out of the box and I turn it on and I suck some dust and I'm like, yep. Oh, it's clickbait. Ain't no way they are selling their stuff for what they say. Just doing it to get views and subs. Yeah. I mean, clickbait. See, I still think that we're defining things differently. I see clickbait as portraying something to get people to click on it and then not delivering on what you are portraying. Outright lying is just essentially fraud. But those two things are related but are not the same. And same with like making a clickable, grabby thumbnail that then delivers on that promise is not clickbait, even though that thumbnail feels clickbaity. If you know what I mean. But you're good at it. Compare your first 3 videos to now. Well, that's just because I'm better. Okay, that's again. We need to should define these things. I let's not go as far as to say I'm good at it. Just because I'm better than when I started. It's like you can be way better than you were when you were fucking terrible. and still not be good. Right? So there's I just have to tell myself, can I offer something better than Stumpy Nubs? Well, if that's your goal, I mean, shit, just make anything. Make anything. Show yourself making a thing. But just because it's better than what Stumpy Nubs is doing, doesn't mean anything. People still watch that garbage. And they take his advice and whatever. Like, they take that guy seriously. Well, they watch him by the hundreds of thousands. I don't think just because you actually do something better than that people are going to give a shit. I made a goddamn breakfast burrito over there in the corner that was better than anything Stumpy Nubs has put out in the last fucking decade. Okay? It's all right. Dial it back. Dial it back. Getting past a few first videos is a big hurdle for you. Yeah, the first few are going to suck, my friend. The first few are going to suck. These guys saying they make thousands and sell out in 24 hours when they don't really do it. Yeah, that's lying. That's just lying. Like when I say that I use my hand planes. Just lying. Right, Pinnell? I watch a few channels with average content, but I like watching the presenter for whatever reason. There's different reasons to watch stuff. You can watch because you connect to the person. You can watch because you connect to the things that he's making, he or she. You can watch because you like the scenery and the cinematography or the music or the whatever. You can like, everybody can like what they like. It's fine. Totally. The worst thing is seeing ongoing projects in the background of his videos. I don't know if that's a thing or not because I do not watch. You have shaving evidence. It's true, but I bought these shavings from Lee Valley. I got the influencer selector, the influencers variety pack of plain shavings from Lee Valley, so that I can put out the whatever species of shavings I'm supposedly working on or working with for the photos and stuff. So this was from the Douglas fir bag of shavings. So like for the photos, I go and I get the Douglas fir bag of shavings and I just sprinkle them out on the bench. It's called the Influencer Variety Pack at leevalley.com. I totally hope that they make that like next year's. I should send that to them as the idea for next year's like April Fool's joke, because they do an April Fool's thing all the time. Be like, introducing the Influencer Shavings Variety Pack. Various different species of shavings to put out in front of your projects to make it look like you're actually making things. It's a good idea. His shop assistant guy, the older one. I don't know these people. You're saying, why are there 2 planes missing from the wall? One of them's down here because I was pretending to use it. I put it out for the photo. when I was sizing the door for the wall cabinet. Well, when I was pretending to size the door for the wall cabinet. And that's this one. And then that one is on its way back from upstate New York after it has been refurbished. Dude made an end table dog crate thing. Showed it as an example of additive mortises instead of subtract. Hundreds of comments asking for plans for the dog crate end table. I'll sell you those plans. No, I don't make plans, and I don't want to. I look for honesty and authenticity. Don't need the hype, just real making. Screw these guys lying to make a buck. I'm with you. I think it's difficult to critique your own video. Yeah, we always think that it's going to be okay. It never is. It's always shit. No, since I made the thing, watching myself make the thing is boring. I like watching myself make the things. I always think that I'm the other way. Like when I'm making the video, I think it's more interesting than it actually is because I was interested in making the thing. So I think watching me make the thing is more interesting than it is. Oh, I saw it. Oh, damn it. I thought you weren't watching. Mike, you should start selling those bags with all the sawdust from the project. I should actually, you know what? I should do that myself. I should sell the influencer selector bag, the influencer variety pack of plane shavings that you can sprinkle on your bench in front of your projects for your Instagram and your TikToks and stuff. I should just start selling them. Just get in here. I'll just hand plane for a day, a bunch of different species of wood, and Ziploc bag them up and label them. That feels wrong, but it also feels capitalism. I've seen channels selling plans that are hand-drawn and scanned. Yeah, but I don't even draw plans. See, so like the plan for this cabinet was just like a sketch. There was no like measurements or anything on it. The exact opposite. While editing, I start fast forwarding every clip. I see that bothers me though. I don't want I did that for a while because I thought like, oh, just speed it up. People will want to see the whole process, but they won't want to sit there through it. So just speed it up. I don't like that as a viewer. I would rather just see like 8 seconds of you doing it in real time than like 7 minutes of you doing it in 8 seconds. Just personally, but everybody can like what they like. I enjoy making Insta videos my RC builds. Cool to go back and see what I make. And if you enjoy doing it, then do it. That's cool. Wonder if that would sell. Part of my brain says maybe. I think people would be embarrassed to buy bags of shavings for their Instagram photos and TikTok videos. But I think they would want to. I think they would want to purchase the bag of shavings to add to whatever their photos and stuff. Use artisanal or boutique in the name. Artisanal hand plane shavings. I will even send you the video of me making those shavings that went in your bag for your bespoke, artisanal, handcrafted, plain shavings for your influencer, for all your influencer needs. I like it. Like where to and not to put your thumb on the table saw. Okay, well, there's only one place to not put your thumb on the table saw. Anywhere else is fine. There's only one place to not put it. And you can make plain review and use videos with the background schwoomy of just making as many shavings as possible. See, if I was gonna do shorts, if I was willing to do vertical videos and TikToks and shit, that's all they would be. It's just close up of hand planing. And people would watch it and it would hurt my soul. It would. And that's where I put my thumb. You touched your saw? You touched your table saw with your thumb? Bespoke, spoke shit. That's hard to say. Bespoke, spoke plane. What's a spoke plane? I should get into that. Last time we threw around an idea, it became a thing many years later and seems to be popular. Really? Spoke shave. I was like, been thinking about channels and how much I wish they'd use a hand plane even for a second. They do something and don't know how to fix it. I'm screwed. Just use a hand plane. It's fitting this door. Literally, it's just like I took 4 passes right here. It fit here and it fit here, and it was just not quite, because things are never perfectly square. And so it was just not fitting in here. So I just chucked it up in my leg vise and I took like 4 passes right here on the door. I did like this, like that, and then full length. And it didn't quite fit. And so I did it again. I went like this, like this, like this, like this. And it fit in. It's just sub, man. You're so much more real than almost all the channels I've been watching. All right, cool. That's what I do. I just be real, I guess. It's I'm not pretending to be whatever I'm not. There's no point. I don't see the point. You probably won't regret it. We'll see. We're pretty big on the and things on the lives, though. It's true. Sometimes we don't talk very much about woodworking at all. Which cubby are you putting a drawer in? The bottom 3. These guys down here are all getting. This is going to be a long, skinny, so it's basically going to be like a tray. And then drawers here, and these 2 are just staying open. And it's going to be walnut, and then Douglas fir, and then walnut pole on the Douglas firs, and oak pole on this guy. We think. He actually turns wood sometimes. It's true. I do. I might again tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to have the lathe out down at the shop tomorrow for class. Might go live for a bit afterwards. Make something. We'll see. We'll see how I feel at the end of the day. Like 3 years ago, like 3 weeks ago, I turned live on the show from down there on a Sunday after class. Like I might do tomorrow. We are 3 hours in. That's lots. I am good for tonight, I think. We made a new friend. Yay! And I think that's gonna do it. I was gonna say I'm gonna go eat something, but I'm still not hungry. Did not need that much butter chicken and or an entire cheesecake. Nope. We'll see you if you're around tomorrow and I happen to go live. I'm making no promises. But if I do or do not, yeah, I'm going to try to. We'll see how I feel at the end of the day after I teach. But like I said, when I've got the lathe out anyway and I'm down there, I can turn something. Went up to 225 points. Oh, let's check the final stats. Yeah, well, apparently, maybe it goes up like every hour I do live or something like that. You can get higher points. Tim looks like he is the winner tonight. Congratulations to our friend Tim Mallon, who just celebrated his 137th birthday. And he remembers when they went to Talkies. And I hope you enjoy those points, Tim, for another 40 seconds, because they are going to go away. And you cannot use them for anything. But congratulations. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. I will do my best to do a live show tomorrow with the lathe down at the shop. And whether I do or do not, there is no try. There is try. We'll see you tomorrow, next week, next Saturday. Yep, nothing going on next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that is almost my birthday. So yeah, and then we'll just keep on keeping on, putting one foot in front of the other. Be kind to each other. Be the best people that you can be. Stop letting other people tell you who to be mad at or who to be afraid of. And try to bring joy to other people and make the people's lives around you better. Bye for now. Thanks, everybody.